Michael Saylor, and Jordan Peterson. Those are the largest, most notable speakers that we particularly spent our time to go down and sit and listen to. And I'm going to talk to you guys at the speeches because this year is a little bit different. Last year, the speeches were a little bit more hyped up, and the tone was a little different this year. And I'll explain why I think that was the case. But we did a lot of networking, basically, guys. We spent most of our time trying to shake as many hands, trying to hand out as many business cards as we could. I think we did a good job. We had a couple like prospective people who are looking to get some big projects done. So that would be a big win for Team Guava. It's exhausting, guys. It's exhausting going out there, having to meet people and answer questions about like Web3 development. Everyone has this like specific thing they want developed for Web3, and they want to know like, is this possible? Is that possible? Blah, 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 blah. You do that for 8 hours a day for 3 days straight, and you go home and then you work for another 8 hours. It gets pretty tiring. But I do think that this conference was a great networking event. Every dollar spent, even though I didn't get to the first day, I think was well worth it. We're going to 100% go next year because it's just worth it. And like, what other way are you going to get people all around the world together in an area for an extended period of time for literally that purpose, for networking about crypto and Web3? So that part of it was really, really good. Now we can talk about the speeches real quick because I did tell you guys I was going to talk about the tone of them. So this year, I believe the speeches were a little bit more serious. Like the tone was a little bit more serious. If you guys saw some speeches from last year, and if you guys know who Max Kaiser and Michael Saylor are, you know, those are like the wait, hold on a second. You know what? Do I have a Max Kaiser video on here? You do. I think indeed I do. You guys don't know who Max Kaiser is. Okay, this is who Max Kaiser is.
Wait, let me explain something to you right now. Okay, here's a $10 bill. This is garbage. This is garbage. Your people in South Africa, you have your rand, right? That's going to zero. That's going to zero. This is going to zero too. Euros are going to zero. The yen's going to zero. The Chinese currency is going to zero. It's all going to zero against Bitcoin. If you don't understand that yet, you're going to be impoverished. You're going to be on the street. You're going to be begging. You're going to be out of business. You're going to be toast.
Max, do you know that it's a criminal offense to tear up?
Do you know that with the Bitcoin I have, I can buy any freaking senator or congressman I want? I make the laws. He who has the Bitcoin makes the laws, Rand. We're not going to just sit around and let the goddamn congressman tell us what to do. We've got the capital. We make the laws. We've got the Bitcoin. They don't. We got it. They don't. Do you understand?
I got you, Max. I got you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so that's Max Kaiser. That's the kind of stuff that he's known for, right? And obviously, most of you guys probably know who Michael Saylor is, the CEO of MicroStrategies, the hugest Bitcoin bull on the planet. Famous quote by him: "The only important use of time in life is to figure out how am I going to buy more Bitcoin." Right? They're known for those like those super moon boy like hype up speeches, right? But this year, to my surprise, and you know what, I was actually excited for that because it's like going to watch theater or a movie in real life. You know, this year, the tone, not just of them, but Jordan Peterson and like even these MMA fighters and all these random people, which by the way, we're gonna talk about that in a little bit because there was a lot of people at this conference that you guys would have not expected. Just people that are famous people, A through like D-class celebrities. So you would think have nothing to do with crypto. We're there. The tone from all these people was way more serious this time. It wasn't like all this eccentric moon boy stuff. It wasn't like number go up infinitely right now. Didn't get to see Max Kaiser or Michael Saylor. Didn't get to see Max Kaiser freak out. Didn't get to see Michael Saylor do any of his Michael Saylor wave speeches. And I was a little bit upset about that. But then I realized that they were there this time because they believed they had a mission, right? And that was the tone of that. The tonality of that was 100% transparent. They're very serious about everything they're talking about. In fact, like most of the announcements were drastically, in my opinion, under publicized because there was no like, there was no serious freak out. There was no hype behind it. For example, Lightning Stripe by Jack Jack Mahler, however the hell they're pronouncing his name, because everyone pronounces his name differently. They basically have made it available for almost anyone and everyone to buy stuff with Bitcoin now instantly throughout the world through their software. And the old meme, you guys remember the meme? You can't even buy a coffee with that. Well, you could. It just was kind of a pain in the ass. Now it's not. And like that news just basically got memory hold because the tonality of the conference was just that serious. Everyone there was wheeling dealing. Even Max Kaiser was there being serious. And so I think that everyone was there for a mission this time, and they were all looking at it as something as more of like a business aspect, or I guess you could say their primary concern was to be able to accomplish specific important things, or things that at least was important to them. That might have been a good thing to some people, might have been a bad thing to other people. I guess if you bought a ticket because you were going there prepared to see a Max Kaiser freakout speech and you didn't get that, well, sorry, but you could always go to YouTube. I would argue that was probably a good thing. Because now, because of the seriousness and tonality of all these people that were there, like it's just so transparent now that it's not going away. We're in the big boy leagues now, and there's no turning back. Which most of you guys, my viewers, you guys already knew that. But if you're not a normal viewer, now you know. You're not going to wake up tomorrow and Bitcoin's not going to go to zero. And even if it does go to zero, in my opinion, if Bitcoin goes to zero, we're either in La La Land or there's something very wrong with the United States dollar. But anyway,